And welcome to race number 4 of 20 here for Force 13 Racing. We're here from Texas Motor Speedway as we're going to go ahead and go right into the 4th race of the season, 125 miles here at Texas. You can go ahead and see at the drivers who failed to qualify here in your bottom left-hand corner. That's going to be Sam Traxler, Strat Becker, Don Sharp, Devin Williams, Max Stearns, Parker Ellenberg, John Courier, and Luke Katz all failed to make the show, and that's huge because that's 2 people in the top 10 in points that failed to qualify, Max Stearns and Devin Williams. Of course, Max Stearns is actually the winner of the race last week. So that makes 2 out of the 3 winners actually failing to qualify for a race. In case of Ryan Leahy, he failed to qualify for 2 races. Nuts stuff going on right now. But let's go ahead and see what our qualifying order is going to be. On the pole is going to be number 69. Ryan Knack is going to be on the pole. Nice. With a speed of 190.948 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and get you that top 10 here. So your top 10 is going to be Ryan Knack, and then we're going to have Dane Hammond in the 2nd position, Isaac Gomez in 3rd, Tom Schwent in 4th. We've got Cesar Gomez in 5th, Luke Connor in 6th, and then we're going to have Daryl Manning in 7th, Marcel Holos in 8th, Gordon Leeming, who barely made the show in pre-qualifying, in 9th, and Tristan Lynn will round out the top 10. So here's your command for today's race at Texas.
Drivers, start your engines.
The engines have fired off here as we're going to get ready to go green. 84 laps, 125 miles on the slate for today's race. See here, all 42 cars are rolling off the grid. No complications for anybody so far. Nelson Mayer, of course, coming in here with a points lead of 30 points over Cesar Gomez, Tristan Lynn 3rd, Don Sharp in 4th, and we're going to go green. And you see they're already going 3 wide. This is a 1.5 mile quad oval, similar to Atlanta, but definitely very different in its characteristics. Look at this move by Dane here, cutting down to the inside of Isaac. That's going to get him 2nd right away, but he slips up the track, and here comes Schwent down to the inside. Gordon Leeming trying to fill the hole. He can't quite get there. Michael Scott going to try to make it 3 wide in the dog leg. That's a little dangerous. But as we saw in testing, it's definitely going to be a little crazy here. Ooh, Brian Wood almost getting into Michael Scott there coming off the corner. Daryl Manning and Isaac Gomez almost getting together there going into the corner. You can see Shrivan Marach Prasad almost getting into Isaac there as well. Right now, Ryan Knack having a good race so far. He's taken the lead and he's driven off with it for a little bit, but here comes Gordon Leeming. And he bounces off the wall. Hard off the walls to 21. The question is he going to be able to continue? Now watch the bottleneck here. These drivers get 4 wide. Things always usually go south in a hurry. And I believe our first caution is out. And, yeah, I would say that it is. Big wreck here on the front straightaway involving numerous cars. We'll go ahead and take a look and see how that ended up happening. And you could just see them all starting to pile in already. So we'll go with Tanya. Just to see here, we'll go from the back straight away. And there you go. Oh! Contact between Isaac and Tim Ringo. That starts a chain reaction where everybody just kind of piles in. The track surface very thin through the dog leg. And you saw Wesley, and I'm sorry, that's Jack Butcher rather, going over. I'm interested in seeing what happened between Tim Ringo and Tanya Hardy here. Tim's down on the inside. Oh, he gets tapped by Chester Holmes. He gets tapped by Isaac. And then you can see Trishan Lynn getting involved. Jack Butcher. There's Hank, Finn getting involved. Jason also getting involved again. Jean-Michel Chung looked like, for the most part, he was able to get through that. Let's go ahead and give you the bananas cam on board Jean-Michel Chung for this incident. He got into Finn Geyer. Lots of cars involved. Looks like Tanya's going to be able to come back out onto the track. List of people wrecked out from that looks like it's going to be 5. Jack Butcher, who is doing very good, has an average finish of 8th best through 3 races, even though he ended up missing a race. However, that's going to be a 42nd place finish. Nathan Foy is going to be out, 41st. Ronan Hay out, 40th. Hank Dulce out, 39th. And Tristan Lynn, your points leader 2 weeks ago, he's out. He's going to finish the 38th position. Finn Geyer is, of course, going to come up and pass them. So, that leaves the top 10. Shrivan Miraj Prasad is in the lead. Julio Cesar, is in second. Ryan Knack third. Brian Wood fourth. Orlando Figueroa fifth. Dane Hammond sixth. Eric Sylvester seventh. Chester Holmes eighth. Marcel Holos ninth. And Gordon Leeming will round out the top 10. Pace light should be going out here, signaling the 1 to go, and there we go. The 1 to go has been given to the drivers. You'll see the 7 car line up on the inside lane. Everybody else line up on the outside. As we wait for the 7 to catch up, really. Finn Geyer, of course, not exactly having the best runs of it. He had a 4th place finish last week, but before then, 2 38th place finishes, and now getting involved in an incident here. Oh. Looks like he's just coming off a pit road, so he's probably not even going to make it back onto the track in time for the green flag. Or at least back in line. We'll see how far up the track he'll end up being. Maybe interesting. He might have timed that so he's actually going full speed when they drop the green flag, and he'll be able to do it legally. And you would hope for a wreck on the restart. An interesting bet to go after. Indeed, the 7 cars trucking it pretty good. But they're already going green. Gordon Levy jumping out into the outside right away. Now here we go. Julio Cesar wastes no time getting down to the inside and taking the lead away from Shrivon. And now I have Ryan Knack jumping down to the inside of Julio Cesar. There we go. Moves him up the track a little bit. And now Ryan Knack should have the lead here coming off of turn 4. He does. And there you go. Orlando almost getting into the back of the 6 car there. Shrivon off the wall. And it seems like these top 6 or 7 or so guys have broken away a little bit from the pack. They're going 4 wide here almost. Very, very close to Orlando Figueroa getting clipped there by somebody. Not going to happen this time, though. Ten car. Ooh, 41 off the wall. So that'll be Orlando going off the wall. That's going to give Dane Hammond the 2nd position. And there you go. Dane to 2nd. Still 3 wide for 3rd. Luke Connor almost getting into the side there of Julio Cesar. There may have been contact. Not enough contact to upset the cars, obviously. Dane really high up on the track, and now he's off the wall. Lots of cars getting tight through turn 2. One of the things about Texas is that the corners are very wide, but the straights are very narrow. It narrows quite a bit going from the turns to the straights. So, although drivers can go 3, 4 wide in the corners, very difficult to pull that off out on the straightaways. So you see a lot of bottlenecks happen. Stuff like that. Then trying to go down to the inside. Make it 3 wide for 2nd. And there he goes. He's got it. Gordon Leeming 3 wide for the 2nd position, and he's going to get it. Orlando 3rd, Brian Wood 4th. Looks like Ryan Sierra is going to be in 5th. Thought there was going to be potential contact there, but easy peasy. Looking further back through the field. Marcel Holos looked like he was going to be on a charge, but Daryl Manning's going to snuff that out. No! Daryl Manning backed off. Marcel Holos still on the charge here. He's going to get past David here. That'll be for 13th. Victoria Ponchas down on the inside trying to make it 3 wide. Now here comes Marcel trying to take 12th away from Layton. Can't get there, though. Can't quite get the nose in. Going back up front. 69 is your leader. Ryan Knack, your pole sitter. Followed by Gordon Leeming 2nd. Brian Wood 3rd. And here we have Schwent trying to go for 4th. You have Doc Bear there in the 8. Looks like he's going to go underneath both of these guys as he's going to try to take the 4th position. Oh, tight squeeze. Yep. Looks like everyone's making it through. Schwent takes a position, loses 2. And I think Ryan Knack went off the wall there. Big mistake for the leader of the race. Ryan Knack off the wall. Gordon Leeming takes the lead. But is Gordon going to be able to keep it? Here comes Brian Wood down to the inside. That might have killed a race-winning car there for Ryan Knack. He looked dominant, but a big mistake there by the driver of the 69 Dodge. And Doc Bear is going to take the lead here going into turn 3. But is he going to keep it coming off of turn 4? Here comes Gordon Leeming back down to the inside. Luke Connor's also trying to get involved. Gordon Leeming to the point. And now the 38 back down to the inside. And the 21 and the 8 both ping off the wall. I'll give Luke Connor a decisive advantage. Brian Wood moves into second. Julio Cesar, someone who's struggled in pre-qualifying to say the least. Looks like he's got a fast car today. He's an 8th. For him. There are some cars that are a little bit slower. Obviously, the 7 and the 36 being involved in accidents. Jason Mudd. He's a little slow. Victoria Pontius. She's slow. And we've got a spin here on the back straightaway involving Daryl Manning and David Tones. That should bring out the yellow flag, and it will. So the second caution flag has come out. We'll go ahead and take a look at the cause of this one. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Just Daryl Manning and David Tones getting together coming off of turn 2. Thing is that I don't see David Tones anywhere in this picture. So it's going to be Wesley Hicks and Daryl Manning getting together in turn 2. And then David Tones just coming out of nowhere and plowing into the back of him. So there you go, a very basic racing accident there. Now we get to see some pit stops. See who wins the race off of pit road. It's going to be the 8. Followed by Marcel Holos in second, Brian Wood third, Tom Schwent fourth, Julio Cesar fifth, Leighton Hall in sixth, Ryan Allen seventh, Ethan Bruning eighth, Cesar Gomez ninth, and Abdullah Almari 10th. Interesting. Finn Geyer, the only car 1 lap down. And you can see that the 18 has taken his car behind the wall due to the damages, as well as the 4. So both David Tones and Daryl Manning are now out. Looks like Wesley Hicks is still attempting to finish this race. So your leader, Doc Bear, in the 8. Two more laps of yellow here. Doc Bear coming into this race 13th in points. Could definitely use the boost of a good finish. Marcel Holos, he's come into this race 6th in points. So a really good finish for him may catapult him into the points lead depending on what happens here with Nelson. He's currently in 11th, but his car is currently a little banged up on the rear end. Likely to do with the first incident of this race. Top 10 looking pretty clean so far. There's Gordon Leeming. And meanwhile, Ryan Knack in the 69. I'm trying to figure out where he is. Did I completely miss him? Yes, I did. There he is. 14th. Those are the two people that seem to have the fastest cars. One of the fastest cars also there in the number 8, Doc Bear. And the number 10 of Brian Wood also appears to have a pretty rapid piece of machinery, along with Tom Schwent and Julio Cesar. The jury's still out on Marcel Holos, who's moving up through the field, but it's unknown if he'll be able to keep that pace up. It's going to be interesting to see if it'll end up happening. here we go. We've got the 1 to go signal here. Fingar's going to line up on the inside. And we're going to be going green here on lap number 24. 61 laps to go in this race. Pace car dives down into pit road. About to go green. And there we go. Green flag is out. Just look how quickly Finn drops like a rock. Everyone's going to try to go around him on the outside. We'll see how fast that 32 of Marcel Holos is. Well, apparently fast enough so far. Or maybe not. Brian Wood's going to go right around him, it looks like. He hasn't gotten completely dusted yet, though. Can't get down to the inside to block Julio Cesar, so he might be on the way back train here. Meanwhile, we're going to go 3 wide for the lead. Marcel on the wall. And it looks like Julio Cesar's going to take it. Meanwhile, Ryan Allen trying to have a good run here. He hasn't really had a good run in the season so far. We'll see what he's able to do here. Yeah, Ryan Allen, second worst out of all drivers to start all races so far. He really needs a good finish. Lots of drivers up here that need a good finish. Julio Cesar, Brian Wood. Ryan Allen, definitely. Ethan could use a really solid finish. Cesar would love to finish where he is right now. Probably catapult him close to the points lead, if not into the points lead. But Nelson's holding on to 11th, so maybe not. Well, not after that. Julio Cesar down to the inside of Brian Wood. Brian Wood's going to get credited with the lap led. We'll see which one of these 4 drivers are able to break away first. Ryan Allen down to the inside. It's going to be Ryan Allen. Should be. I think it would be. It's not yet. Brian Wood now down to the inside. It's now down to these 3 drivers as it looks like Doc Bear's fallen off. And here we go. Julio Cesar now down on the inside. Will Julio Cesar prove to be the person that's going to pull away here? These 3 cars are pretty much dead equal. They're just trading spots back and forth. Here we go. Ryan Allen down to the inside trying to get around Julio Cesar. He's going to get to the inside. And there you go. Leighton hit the wall back there, so he's going to fall back a little bit. So now we've got Brian Wood trying to go to the lead. A carousel of leaders. Cool. Julio Cesar down to the inside. Oh. Possible contact there between Julio Cesar and Ryan Allen. Not enough, though, and it looks like Brian Wood's going to pull away a little decisively here. So Brian Wood probably going to lead a couple of laps. We'll see how long Brian can stay in the lead. Leighton is in 4th, Doc Bear in 5th, Mike Scott in 6th, Tom Schwent just went into 7th. That'll put Cesar in 8th. And a gaggle of cars here for 9th. Still hotly contested here, but the first 8 cars seems like they're starting to spread out a little bit. Right now, the last 2 cars in the top 10 are going to be Gabe Davis and Luke Connor when we go ahead and look away here. That battle's by far not over. Schwent's going to be able to get around Doc Bear. So is Cesar. Now Michael Scott's going to try to get around Leighton Holland here. That'll be for 4th. And there you go. Back to the front. Julio Cesar back in the lead. And now Brian Wood's there to take it right back. Oh. Huge momentum killer there for Julio Cesar hitting the wall. That's going to give Brian Wood. You would think that would put him in a pretty advantageous position because now his only competition is the 99. 50 to go here. Take a look at the fastest lap so far. Right now, Michael Scott in position to get those 5 bonus points for having the fastest lap in the race. Julio Cesar, he hit the wall, but he looks pretty undeterred. Yeah, car's not affected all that badly. You see him getting right around the 99 here. And there he goes into the 2nd position. Leighton just took 4th back from Michael Scott. And now here comes Schwent and Doc Bear. They're going to go right around Cesar Ramos. Looking further back, Dane is in 9th, pretty decisively there. And it looks like Orlando Figueroa has started to pull away a little bit in 10th. So things are definitely starting to calm down a little bit action-wise here. But positions are still changing frantically in some areas. Look at this. Like this is about to go 3 wide here with Ryan Leahy down on the bottom. And he just didn't have enough to put the car there. Dane just passed all of those cars. So Dane Hammond might be on fire right now. See the slow 86 of Tanya Hardy getting in the way. So Julio Cesar has dropped back quite a bit. And that now leaves the race between Ryan Allen and Brian Wood. At least the race for the lead. It's right now a couple of car lengths. We know that these guys are pretty equal, so I don't expect that to really change all that much. That's remaining relatively stable. And now after the lap traffic went through, now we've got a ton of people coming up from the back. Orlando Figueroa is coming up. Here comes Chester Holmes. We've got Ryan Sierra here. He's starting to mix it up with the guys up here up front. Now here comes Dane Hammond. He might get on the inside of Tom Schwent here. There he goes. And there you go. Hammond moves into the 10th position. And here you can see fierce battles still going on. Still side by side for a couple of rows here. So no clear winner here for about 15th. Top 3 have really broken away from the pack here. And then you can really see, you could say Michael Scott and Cesar Ramos have also pulled away a little bit here for 4th and 5th, respectively. And Leighton Holland a little bit for 6th. But Chester Holmes in 7th, it looks like he's still under fire. Absolutely. Battle for 7th currently going on. You've got Chester Holmes, Dane Hammond, Orlando Figueroa, and Ryan Sierra. There goes Dane. And around Chester. Brian Wood's starting to pull away a little bit from the 99. Yeah, so Brian Wood's looking very, very strong right now here in this 3rd stint. Yeah, 10 car right now is the man to beat. Dane coming down to the inside of Leighton. Leighton in the wall a little bit. That'll give Dane that position. Move him into 6th. They've run down Cesar. If Dane can pass Cesar, that'll move him into 5th. Should be an easy task to do. Can he get there? Yes. Oh, I thought he was going to get blocked going into the corner, but yes, he got there. He very much got there. 07. 5th place. There's the 41. And now Ryan Sierra will go into 8th. Orlando will fall back to 10th. Chester Holmes 9th. Ryan Sierra a little high on the track. He'll keep it off the wall. Orlando trying to cross over. Can't do it. But Ryan Sierra definitely lost the bottom there. Julio Cesar is starting to fall off the pace a little bit. He's starting to fall back into the clutches of the 20. We'll see if Michael Scott will be able to take the 3rd position away here. Not going to happen because I think we're going to have pit stops now. Yes. 99 and 20 to pit road. So green flag pit stops now going on. There we go, 10 car to pit road. 6:07, the 2 car will stay out. So Jesse Powers, 5 bonus points there for Jesse. Definitely worth it. Absolutely. Unquestionably worth it at this track. Jesse should come in here. See if anyone else is behind him. I don't think so. Oh, we've got Alex Luffers and Jean-Michel Chung way back here. Don't know if it's worth them staying an extra lap out to get 5 bonus points, and they think the same thing, and they're coming in. So here's the 20 of Michael Scott. We'll go ahead and follow him around the track. So we'll see who he ends up merging along with. Oh! Oh, yeah, I saw that one coming. So I'll have to see how pit stops are cycling around here. 2 car just coming out. Is that going to give Michael Scott the lead? I would imagine it would. I think Michael Scott's going to have the lead with really nobody around him to challenge him. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ticker. No. It's going to be the 10 of Brian Wood. And here he is. He's the leader. Yeah, he's way up here 10 seconds in front of everybody. Oh, good lord. Only one that's in his galaxy is Dane Hammond in second. Isaac Facette, honestly, randomly, is all of a sudden in the 3rd position. You can put Thomas Schwent in 4th, Michael Scott in 5th, Ryan Leahy 6th, Julio Cesar 7th, Ryan Knack 8th, Ryan Allen 9th, and then Chester Holmes to round out the top 10. A very, very bizarre set of circumstances there leading to that exchange of positions on pit stops. Brian Wood coming out 13 seconds ahead of Isaac Facette and 14 seconds ahead of Tom Schwent, but only 1.5 seconds ahead of Dane Hammond. And Dane's going to be battling for position here, so he's... Oh, Nelson laid off. Currently in the 26th position. Doesn't want to be battling too hard with one of the leaders of the race, obviously. Especially when it's not the leader and it's not going to get your lap back. You really don't want to disturb that driver. And now Schwent looks like he's on a mission to come through the field. He's up into 3rd. Just blew right by Isaac Facette. So we'll see what happens here with Tom Schwent. Yeah, he blew right by him. Going back up to the front because the lead is now cut down to less than a second. And now it's ballooned to about 1.5 seconds again. Back and forth we go. As you would imagine would happen as they navigate more lap traffic. Well, the next battle for position is back here for 6th. That'll be between Julio Cesar, Ryan Knack, and Ryan Leahy. Ryan Knack. He's had a knack for hitting that outside wall. Yeah, he's gotten into the wall more than once today. He's definitely had a strong number 69 Dodge to start this race. Then he ended up hitting that wall once, and his car's just not been the same again. There we go. You can see Ryan Leahy going around Ryan Knack. And potentially even going around Julio Cesar here in the 6. Can he get there, though? He's got to get around him. You're going to go 3 wide. Ryan Knack down to the inside. 3 wide. This is for the 6th position. And there he goes. And he's got 6th. Julio Cesar trying to take 7th. And Ryan Leahy will fall back to 8th. And now here comes Ryan Allen. Man, we've got a lot of Ryans here. Ryan Knack, Ryan Leahy, Ryan Allen. And 3 wide. Ryan Allen. There he goes. Just drove right on by all of them. All 3 of them. So Ryan Allen to 6th. And that'll put well, really, Ryan Leahy here to 7th. Julio Cesar will go back to 8th, and then Ryan Knack will be in 9th. Chester Holmes still in 10th here. The lead is dwindling bit by bit, but it's not perfect yet. Should be noted that Tom Schwinn is also catching the leaders, but at 12.5 seconds, he's really going to have to step it up. Yeah, these guys are battling very fiercely. And Dane just lost a bunch of time. Lap traffic. Now that lap traffic that the leaders were dealing with a bunch of laps ago, well, now we've got 6th through 10th dealing with it, as Ryan Knack really got the worst end of it. He might be under the gun here for 10th. Here comes Chester Holmes down to the inside. He's going to get... And there you go. Julio Cesar will go ahead and take the 5th position away from Ryan Allen. Three Fords duking it out for a position here. Man, that 15 car is flying. Not the fastest lap of the race, though. Should see one more pit stop before this race is over, so it'll be interesting to see when that ends up taking place. So just keep that in the back of your mind that there will be one more stop. Come back. Here's Michael Scott. Looks like he just got around Chester Holmes. That's for 9th. Or rather for 8th. That'll be for 8th. Excuse me. Gabe Davis is in 10th. As Ryan Knack has been falling off. That is not a bloody good job by Ryan Knack. No. Ryan Leahy here on the outside. He gets into the wall. There goes Julio Cesar around. And likely Michael Scott and Chester Holmes right around as well. And there you go. And Chester Holmes has got it. But now here comes Ryan Leahy down to the inside. Oh boy. Come to the line. 15 laps to go. And now we might have a... Whoa! Before going up to the lead, we've got a bottleneck. Tanya blocking up some traffic here. No accident ends up happening from that. Looks like Ryan Allen got into the wall. And Tom Schwinn is still trying to fly around this racetrack. Meanwhile, as we're coming up on the final round of pit stops, Dane Hammond. He's about to put Marcel Holos a lap down, but more importantly, he's been chasing down this 10 car. Yeah, these guys have been slowly but surely getting closer and closer together as the laps go on, but this last pit stop's really going to determine what ends up happening here. it's all going to be leveraged on this last stop. Again, this 15 car is just flying around this racetrack. Yeah, he's made up a ton of time. Meanwhile, nobody else is particularly close. Like, here's Ryan Allen. Here's Gabe Davis, Julio Cesar, Mike Scott, Ryan Leahy, Chester Holmes. Like, they're all now mixing it up for position. Like, they lost a lot of time. And they're only going to lose more time by battling. Yeah, well, there you go. $11 to go. Meanwhile, we have an accident. Oh! Well then. Now, this is going to be a yellow flag inside 10 laps to go, so it's not going to be a double file restart. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out, and it's going to be Fingeyer going into the wall. Just a slow call. Put it out. Yellow flag. Well. Pit stops are happening, so everybody should be bunched up together. Oh, that's a good point. Now the pit strategy game being played. Lots of pit strategy being played. Where is the pace car? Lots of confusion here. I don't know where the pace car... There's the pace car. All those cars are going around. So I don't know how they're lining up or how they're going to score this. But it looks like Shrivon's going to have the lead, if I'm looking at this right. Well, the final round of pit stops is going to shake up absolutely everything, and Brian Wood's not going to be anywhere to be found. Yeah, there he is. He's way back here. And with this pit strategy, Nelson might salvage a good finish out of this race. I think he's a lap down. Oh. So maybe not. Let's see how they score, everybody. Oh my good word. So Shrivon, back to Brian Wood, are on the tail end of the lead lap. Your leader is still number 10 Brian Wood. Oh, with the 07 of Dane Hammond in second with a ton of cars in between him and Wood. Schwentz is in third, which is dangerous because he's probably the fastest car on the track. Fourth place, Isaac Facette. Fifth place, Ryan Allen. Sixth place, Gabe Davis. Seventh, Julio Cesar. Eighth, Michael Scott. Ninth, Chester Holmes. 10th, Abdullah Alamari. The 7 car has gone behind the wall after that incident. We'll be following the leader pretty much to the end of this race, I would imagine. Again, Leader's not going to line up on the outside. Lap cars on the inside. This is a restart within 10 laps to go. So here we go. Pace car's been given the 1 to go. Let's look at the state of this. Insane field. So up here, so the 31, 97, 2, 69, 41, 38, 21, 66, 25, 19. All those cars are on the tail end of the lead lap. First car 1 lap down is Nelson Meyer, 21st position. So Nelson and Cesar Ramos here, they are actually battling for position. Wow. This is going to be one crazy restart. This is truly going to be a crazy restart. And here we go. Pace car is in. They come down to the stripe. And the green flag is displayed back out. And there's the 10 car. 10 cars on the outside. But Tanya Hardy's going to get in everyone's way. Oh, good Lord. Brian Wood just got a massive break. 86 gets in everyone's way and basically just handed Brian Wood the victory. I don't know if the race is completely over yet. Here comes Schwent. He's going to take the second position. Yeah, the race is over. You can still wreck in front of the 10 car. This race is not over. If they wreck in front of the 10 car, I mean, we're not going to have a green white check. The race isn't going to go back green if they wreck again. We only got 4 to go now. And Brian Wood should secure what has been a dominating victory. Michael Scott will secure the 5 bonus points for having the fastest lap. Brian Wood should pretty handily have the most laps led today. And there they go. They wreck right in front of the 10, and he's involved. The 2 cars on his roof. Oh, good Lord, the 97's flipping. That they couldn't pass the 10 car before the line, so Brian Wood should be the winner as long as he can crawl back around. Oh, good Lord. Brian Wood, can he crawl back around? Is he too injured to go on? Brian's got to be able to get this car back onto the track. I mean, it's a yellow flag. He's the leader of this race. He's going to win. If he puts it on pit road, it's over. Pit road's closed, isn't it? No? Brian Wood to pit road. He's not going to be able to make it. That's going to... The 15. Tom Schwent is going to win this race. Under the yellow flag. They wrecked right in front of the 10 car. Oh my good Lord. The 10's out. The 10 is out. No way! What an unfortunate turn of events! Oh, no! On board, your leader, or ex-leader. Oh, good lord. Unavoidable. Go to the 2 car of Jesse Powers. This is an insane wreck. Here's where it starts. Yeah, 2 car goes right on his roof. And the 97 goes on his roof after getting hit. And Abdullah Almari goes flipping across the start and finish line. It's not the end of the race. Cesar involved. Chester Holmes involved. A massive accident on the final lap of this race. And your winner, Tom Schwent. What a turn of events. Almost all of the retirees from this race are going to be because of the last lap accident. Or not the last lap, but the accident on the closing laps. And here we go, coming across the stripe. Coming off of turn 4, really. Your winner is going to be the 15 of Thomas Schwent. I mean, he is the winner by default for today. My good lord, what a way to end this race. Wow. That's insane. That is utterly insane, and I can't believe that just happened. Anyways, that's going to conclude our coverage here from Texas. We will see you next week at Rockingham.